G'day guys. Okay, don't mind my head there. This is just a really quick video showing you how I mount or put my pages into my albums if they've got like a waterfall. Now, I realize this particular layout has 3 waterfalls, which is not something I typically would do on one page. I would normally only do one because it just is easier, but I wanted to go a bit further with this layout, so that's what I did. Now, I use Creative Memories albums still at this stage, so this is one of the pages that go into the albums. They're fantastic. I've never had anything fail on them. They're brilliant. They probably aren't the cheapest option when it comes to an album, but they are amazing quality. Now, what I do is I actually tape my page to this with double-sided tape that's super sticky. And so I add my page onto this, I guess you call it, it's an album page, but it just makes it extra thick and extra just right. Now, I do burnish my tape because if you leave any air pockets under the tape, over time those pockets will dry out and your tape will fail. So I burnish to make sure that it's good. Now, this is the plastic cover that goes over the top, which we all have page protectors, right? These are the Creative Memories ones, and they slide on sideways, so you don't get the dust settling down into your album, which is a major bonus, especially if you've, like me, and you've got a stack of different albums. It definitely works. Now, as you can see, I've put that on there. Well, I can't use the waterfall, can I? So that's not going to work. However, I still want my photos protected. So what I do is I go along here and I get my thin tape. This is I think it's 1/8 of an inch. And I'm actually putting that underneath the clear plastic sleeve, right? Just burnishing it down so there's no air in it. Peel it off, which of course I always try and use my nails, and my nails don't like to do that. So I just glue down, so I'm just taping down that very edge, and there's a reason behind doing that. This is what I was trying to get it to sit perfectly flat, but it's going over lumpy embellishment parts, so it's not going to sit perfectly flat. And I'm totally okay with that. Like, honestly, it's not a big deal for me. You may not like that, therefore this may not be the way you would choose to put a page protector over your waterfalls. Now, I'm only videoing doing one of the waterfalls because obviously you do it on one, then you go across and you do it on all of them. Actually, I'm not sure. I may have videoed all of them. I think I only videoed the one, showing you how I do it. So what I'm doing here is just attaching the plastic sleeve so it doesn't move around, because once I cut that plastic sleeve, then of course you've got lots of play in lots of stuff, and you want it to stay exactly where it is so that the waterfalls will work. Now, all I do, and I do this with flip flaps, I call them tip-ins, I don't call them flip flaps usually. So I just grab my knife. Now, I'm only pressing hard enough to go through the plastic. I'm not actually cutting my layout. So you've just got to judge the fact that you're just going through the plastic, not all the way through your actual layout. Now, and even if you do slightly cut the layout, don't stress, because you've already glued it down. It's not moving. It's not going anywhere. So you're not even going to notice that you may have slightly snipped it. Don't panic. So see now this is the point where it needs to be solid. It needs to be, how do you explain it? It needs to stay in place at this point so that you can attach the outside piece of plastic to the outside piece of the waterfall. I don't actually connect plastic to each piece of the waterfall. I want to make that clear. I don't do that because for me, once it's in the album and once you have this top piece attached, you really don't need, this is where it got difficult. Okay, so mainly because I just use my tool to sort of lift it up a little bit just so I can tape down the edges so that they don't move. I was trying to tape down as much as I possibly could, and this is why I only recorded doing this once, because I actually did go back and do, so after I did this, I did the whole thing. So it's completely sealed in, and once you get to this point, it's perfect. So you just peel that tape off, that sticks that bit down. I'm making this look difficult. Do you want to know why it was harder? Because there's static electricity that your paper, your page protector has a bit of static in it. So as I'm trying to lift it up, it doesn't want to let go of the layout. So it looks difficult, but it's really not. It's actually really, really simple. All I'm doing is gluing down the outside structure. So as I'm opening and closing it, that outside piece isn't going to move. However, the top piece does move. So it's not long. Now, this is just the way I do it. Other people, if you've got better ideas, or if you've seen someone do it less clunky than what I'm doing it, please let me know. Drop a link into the Facebook group. Let me know if you're not in the Facebook group. Jump on over. I'll link the Facebook group and my Instagram in the description below. And yeah, if you, apologies, there you go. Sorry, I just got a text message while I was recording. It is 8:45 a.m. But we're on school holidays, so we're not going to get bombarded with the school bell from the school at the end of the street. Yay! It's awesome. Okay, so I'm trying not to waffle during this one because it's a bit of a straight up, this is how we're doing it. So once I peel these bits off, now essentially that whole back piece around this one part, I haven't obviously done the other two yet, but this one piece of Waterfall is now covered all around the outside. So the layout's protected. The flip flap bit where it says pull here, that is now on top of the plastic. So now if I give that a pull, see, it works, not a problem. But I still don't have protection over that front photo. So this is where I attach the clear bit that's flapping around. So I attach that to just the top photo, because the way I see it, I don't trim the plastic down so it's not covering the rest of it. That top bit is going to be attached to this top photo, and I'll show you in half a jiffy how it works once I attach that bit down. So then I just put that down as per usual, not a problem. And then when I pull it, okay, there we go. Now, so you can see that top photo is now protected. I do take a little bit of the plastic off the end just so you can get your hands to that easier. See how it works? Not a problem. Those photos underneath don't have a screen protector on them, but when they're in your album, they're actually going to be closed up anyway. So that front piece of plastic is covering the whole thing, and it works. So there you go, guys. Let me know if you want me to show you anything else, but that's how I cover my waterfalls. Thanks for watching. Chat to you soon. Bye for now.